Hi, good morning. It is still early for me. And you have to excuse me, we're having really bad wildfires here. There's ash falling from the sky. It's a mess outside, so my allergies are just whew, today. I do have a tube top dress on. I'm not naked, I swear. Uh, I just hosted my first Poshmark party, co-hosted. It was the outdoors adventure party this morning, which has certain brands and all that. And just in case, I mean, I know there's like 1,000 videos, but I'm not your typical Poshmark ambassador, in case you haven't noticed. Um, I'm older, I'm disabled. In fact, I'm kind of bedridden today, actually, which is fine because there's absolutely no reason to go outside. And I just really feel naked if you can't see my dress. There we go. Um, I'm in my comfy clothes. Didn't think about that when I hit video. But, anyways, so I did my first co-host of the Outdoors Adventures, which does have certain brands this morning, 9 o'clock Pacific time, my time. Um, Tips I've learned from doing it, or at least I chose, this is how I chose to do it. Um, I stuck with the brands I know the most, so I could tell what was a good deal and what was really worth posting. Um, I stuck with my sports teams, the Bears and the Cubs. I didn't do too many bulls. I meant to go back and do the bulls, but I kind of forgot. Uh, and then I stuck with brands because I'm not a huge outdoor person. I'm more of a sports fan. Um, but I do know Timberland, of course, Prana from yoga. Um, what else did I do? The North Face from living by Lake Tahoe and the ski resorts. Um, See North Face everywhere around here. It's actually kind of generic here, but I know to other places it's a little more special. Burton, once again, Tahoe. Um, oh, and then my old 80s and 90s Thrasher, like Thrasher magazine, the Thrasher shirts. I love those. I didn't even realize Poshmark had so many. That was fun, actually. Thank you for all that sell your Thrasher brand. Keep them cheap. Some of us, I know they're worth a lot, but some of us would love to have a couple of those. I would. DC, I know from the old skater days. Things like that. There's a few brands where'd my brand list go? Hang on. There's a few brands I wasn't super familiar with. So the Canada Goose. Okay, I didn't really know what that was. I did post a few just to open my horizons. But some of these brands I really didn't know. O'Neill I knew, Columbia I know, obviously Starter, Mitchell Ness, the NFL, the NBA, New Era, all that from sports I know. Um, Vans, obviously. I didn't do too many Vans because Vans, I'll tell you, get so many host picks anyways because Vans is in like 3 or 4 separate parties. Everybody loves Vans. Vans is like Poshmark's golden goose. So I didn't do a lot of Vans because I kind of figured everybody else was already going to be doing Vans. So, or already had host picks on their Vans. So I just kind of, even though I love Vans, and I have some of my daughter's Vans I need to list, and I could have put it in the party, but I didn't get to it because I haven't been feeling well. Um, Fox. Okay, I didn't know what that was. Um, Emerica. I didn't know that. Black Diamond, I think I've heard of from Tahoe, but I'm not sure, and I don't know what's a good deal or what's not. Um, but anyways, it was a fun party to do. Oh, Majestic, that was one. And Marmot, I didn't know those. Dickies, of course, I knew. Yeah, I've known guys in construction, so I knew Dickies and Timberland and stuff like that. Eddie Bauer, I actually had something in my closet. The rest of my stuff from my closet was either Vans or Columbia or NFL, NBA stuff. But, anyways, um, it was fun. My suggestions are when you first find out you're hosting, go through and start picking out stuff you like. I like to try, I really focused on closets that didn't have host picks before, at least as far as I could see. I didn't want to spend, 500 hours on this. So I just, a few days before the party, started going through and going, I started with like, I said, Chicago Bears and Cubs, looking for people that hadn't had host picks on either of those. because those are my two favorite teams. So I got those knocked down, and then like I said, I went, kind of like I've dated enough construction guys to know Timberland and Dickies, and I went, I know what a good deal, on certain things like that. And then when I saw Thrasher, I was like, oh, I gotta go check that out. Being a '80s '90s kind of punk skater girl myself, riot girl. Um, I have fun in the Thrasher category. And I just started going, and I just picked things by would I buy them, you know. Some of them, like some of my first picks, as I went back through, what I did is like I'm considering you for a host pick, and as I did that, then I would see the description, and if I saw small holes, stuff like that, then I would go ahead, unlike it, and not post a comment that I'd take it off my list. Um, and then I kind of got narrowed down. I did just a little over 100. A few days before the party started, I had about 100 ready to go because I had a feeling I'd wake up this morning and some of those would have sold by then. And of course they did. So it actually brought me down to just about my 100. I kind of went back at the last minute, picked out a couple more, but I hit just about 100. And then, you're supposed to share, I think it's 5 to 10 or 10 to 15 of your own. I didn't have a lot of stuff. I had a band shorts, some Eddie Bauer shorts, and then some sports stuff, not even my own teams. I have a Vikings coat. It's great condition, perfect condition. I cannot sell this stupid thing. And I actually don't hate the Vikings. It's just I'm a Bears fan. So, at least it's not a Packers coat because that would have went to donation. Kidding, not. Um, and I had a kid's Minnesota Vikings jersey. I think I put in. I had a few little things in my own closet that I put in, but I mostly shared others. Um, oh, I had a Prana shirt that's actually really pretty. I'm surprised it's never sold, so I put that in. Um, yeah, but it was fun. I would highly suggest if you get a chance to do it. Did I make any huge sales out of it so far? I don't know. The party's still going on right now. I'm just done with my parts. Like, come on here and talk about it. But I don't know. I hope that Vikings coat sells. It's only because it takes up so much room in my closet. I could like be storing 3 or 4 other things in the room that coat takes up. But so I really like to get that sold. That I don't have a lot of high items in my closet. My closet is mostly, really simple stuff. Like your best of the best thrift store kind of donation kind of stuff. Things people have given me and been like, here, sell this if you want. Stuff like that. So, um, just enough as a disabled single mom that I can pay a couple bills now and then, save up for Christmas, birthdays. I usually end up spending what I make back on Poshmark, bundling up stuff for my daughter, like back to school stuff and stuff like that. So, or Christmas or birthdays. So, you know it just helps me buy presents for my children basically, and now grandchild. So that's really all I do it for. I am an ambassador. I have been for a while. um, Top rated closet, all that, good reviews, blah blah blah. Um, I made a couple of mistakes with some printer. It wasn't me that was making the mistakes. My printer was making mistakes, and I had a couple of shipping delays recently, but that was not my fault. That was my printer's fault. It went a little psycho on me, and it was printing out the same label over and over again, and I was just, taping them up, getting them out to the post, and I didn't pay attention that they were going in the wrong places. Yeah, but I got all that. I think that's all fixed up now. Um, but I have a lot of jewelry and stuff on my Poshmark, things like that, and a lot of vintage stuff that you used to probably would have looked for on eBay. Do you check my Poshmark for that? I sell a lot of vintage collectibles and things like that because I don't like eBay. So I tend to stay on Poshmark. Sometimes Macari, but a lot of times just Poshmark, really. I'm trying to kind of get it down to just Poshmark and Macari. I don't like, and Facebook Marketplace. I am and Vented sometimes. Those are like my 4 favorites. And really, having more than 4 platforms kind of drives me a little nuts personally. Because I'm also a mother. I also do hoodoo. I also have a couple other businesses. I'm trying to get back into tarot reading, even though I retired from it. I'm bringing it back out. I'm trying to get by, like everybody. And I am a real witch and a real reader. I hate reading tarot cards. I'd rather do witchcraft, but make candles or do spells or whatever. But or blessings for people or whatever. I just don't like to read tarot, but I may have to bring that back. I don't know. Anyways, but it was fun. It was really fun. I would suggest doing it because you will get a lot more shares and follows. It's a little overwhelming because people, if you put up a thing that says, "Hey, I'm doing a party," people come at you, but they will share and follow, and you'll make new friends and get to see new closets you haven't seen before, and it's cool. It's cool. It's worth the time. Just don't go nuts with it. You say right before, week before, 6 days before, whenever you find out, just go through, kind of get an idea. Do brands you're familiar with, so you're not, having to research anything. Do things you would buy from the brands. You don't have to do it one from every single brand or anything like that. I didn't, anyways. I did try to make some variety, but I didn't do every single brand. Um, like REI here and Carson by Tahoe, Lake Tahoe. They have good stuff, but it's kind of like North Face. It's super common here, actually. It's like everywhere. And for some reason, I'm just not a huge fan of that brand. I like the North Face better, so I picked to do that one. Um, that my ex-husband built the REI store, so I just didn't feel like supporting that. I, I don't know. I'm just not a fan of them. But anyways, yeah, it's worth doing as far as shares, followers, especially if you are a lower end posh ambassador that can't talk in the morning or have disabilities or aren't doing this to be filthy rich, but just kind of do it as a fun habit, hobby, anyways. Um, and you have, especially if you get a party where you have those things in your own closet, it's a good way to get promotion for your own items, obviously. And so when you do like make deals to your likers or stuff, you have new likers, that kind of thing. Um, it's worth doing it, but don't go crazy about it. But I can't. I kind of want to do another one. I'd like to do something besides outdoors. This one was, other than that, I do happen to be a sports fan. And live by Tahoe enough to know some of these brands, but it probably wasn't the party I would have picked to do. I would have liked to do, maybe like a plus size party. I think I would have had fun with that. Being a plus size woman, I would have picked some cute stuff for that. Um, Maybe one of the retro parties or something like that, or house. I like housewares myself. I'm huge on housewares and jewelry, so I would have had fun on those parties too. So hopefully I get to do some more like that. But this was just my first experience. Like I said, I can't say on sales yet. I've seen other videos where I know people didn't get a whole lot of sales from co-hosting. You get just more followers and more exposure, which can always lead to, hopefully more sales. Um, and who knows, I'll update if I do, next week I get bombed with sales. I'm not really counting on it. But anyways, have a great day, Poshmarkers. Bye. From Broomstick on Poshmark.